Gentlemen, welcome to VHI Gaming, an anime podcast. I'm Hawk.
I'm Krim.
I'm Phoenix.
And I'm Ketch.
And I'm the Shroud.
And we got a big one for you today, because a lot of news has dropped this past week on anime alone, with the new spring rollout happening with Crunchyroll, which means Funimation is getting some dubs. As well as we've been getting into some new animes and watching. We've got some to talk about. Final Fantasy's got some news to talk about. But there's other games to talk about. But before we get into all of that, we need to get into the con watch. Because there are some cons coming up, and there is another event we're going to be at, and I think it's next weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is next weekend. It is the grand opening of Game Night in Lawrenceburg.
Which just so happens to fall on Free Comic Book Day.
Yes, indeed.
So we are going to be there at the Game Night in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, for Free Comic Book Day. It's going to be fun. There's going to have a lot of activities and a lot of things for you to do there. So, I mean, come out to get your free comic book, but come out to see us and see everyone else that's going to be there. I know, is Vance Capley and Ricky Blaylock going back this year? Do we know?
I don't know if they are. I know that he did say there is announcements of some special guests that's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And there would be also food, so you can come out. Like I said,
last
join
couple
us.
times game nights is... Sorry.
If I'm not mistaken, Skirt Boy is the one who's going to be handling some of the food.
Yes.
Oh, that's a... Never mind, don't go. Just kidding. Go there. Go, even though...
Go there, just
harass Skirt Boy.
Treat it like Mexico, don't drink the water, except don't eat the food.
Yeah. Go there to harass Skirt Boy. If you don't know who Skirt Boy is, he's formerly known as Dork Boy.
Yes.
So... yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to be there. A couple of guys are going to be there. That's going to be fun. It's next weekend, May 6th. Have I got my dates right for people who aren't watching it live? Or who won't be watching it live, because I know nobody is.
It is May the 6th.
May the 6th, cool.
Yes.
So, be there. We'll be there. It's going to be fun. So, on to Con Watch, Catch what we got coming to the area.
Yes, we do got a couple of animes that's coming up. One is actually today.
Oh, cool.
There's something going on today. I was like surprised when I
Why
started
aren't we
looking at
there?
this. I know. Why are we not there? And the one that's going on today, it's in Clarksville Comic, Anime, and Toy Con. And it's going on from the 29th till tomorrow. That's in Clarksville. Another one that's coming up here soon next month is JabbaCon, May the 13th, 2017. Lebanon, Tennessee. It's at the Wilson County Expo Center.
Okay.
They do have a really interesting guest I know of, who has worked in Funimation titles as Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, as young Gohan, the original voice of Gohan and Goku.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So she's going to be there. And I know a great friend of ours, Eric Stewart, is also going to be there with his band. So go get a chance to go listen to them.
Definitely, because Eric Stewart band's, it's a pretty good band. They're really good. So go check them out. Give them support.
Right. And in June, there's a convention I'm going to the first time, which I've mentioned many times. It is HamaCon down in Alabama. And it's... sorry about this. HamaCon is on June 23rd to the 25th. And one thing about it, it's at the Von Braun Center in Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay.
And they got some great guests. Alexis Tipton's going to be there. Aaron Dismuke is going to be there. Mika Sosta is going to be there. And there's another voice actress is going to be there and some cosplayers.
Nice.
So it's really going to be an interesting event. And I cannot wait to go see it. And then the last of our events is around our neck of the woods is in July. And it's called Anime Blues Con, which is July the 7th and the 9th.
That's back in my old hometown of Memphis, Tennessee.
At the Memphis Cook Convention Center. And I think they got some pretty good guesses as well from there.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I had a couple friends that are going to go to it that were at this past convention here at MTAC. They go to Anime Blues Con. I forgot who they had mentioned is going to be there, but I know it was a pretty good lineup for sure.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Bryce.
I heard that name, yeah. This is definitely go and check him out, because Bryce himself is a really cool guy to go check out.
Absolutely.
Talking about Bryce Pappenbrook for those unaware. So what else is going on?
Well, let's see here. Now we've pretty much got our con watch out of the way.
Yeah, because you haven't been here in a while. We missed you.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. But Yes, we do have a couple little things we want to talk about next week. Also, as you go get your free comic books and hanging out on a game night and all, there is a movie that'll be coming out. It's actually this one will be coming out Friday, but if you're not able to watch it on the opening day, we're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I want to go see this so bad.
I'm excited.
I'm a big fan of the first Guardians of the Galaxy, and I know they've just upped their game with this one.
Yes. I've heard
I
it
am
is...
Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.
No!
I still haven't seen that. I need to see that.
That is such an awesome scene. They
is.
really upstep. They said it is what you want in a Marvel movie. It's even got special appearances of certain actors that they have not revealed who they are playing because it was spoiled.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
'Cause I know I heard Chris Pratt talk about it, and based on what he said, it makes me want to go see it a lot because he said that this movie helped him cope with the loss of his father, like his real life father. So I can imagine how much he put into this movie for it to really for it to affect him to that degree.
Just like how Vin Diesel was when he did the first one with Paul Walker. He said working on Guardians of the Galaxy is what helped him get through that emotional time.
Right.
And like I said, I definitely want to go check it out. I did tell my little nieces, yes, I would take them to see it. So they are like, you better take us to see this movie. You took us to other Marvel movies. You're taking us to this one. I'm like, all right, fine.
Uncle Ketch back at it again.
Yeah, I'm back at it again.
Okay, that was a horrible meme to bring up.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get out.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
But let's see. Let's keep on going down the road.
Yeah, let's get this train chugging.
Yes. Toonami's new lineup is now going on, which if anybody's not been paying attention, Attack on Titan Season 2 aired last week.
Yeah.
And I have to say, oh my gosh, I cannot wait.
I've been watching it pretty regularly, and to be truthful, they're not far behind where they're at in Japan.
No, they're not.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I think they're like two, maybe three
two or three.
episodes, 2 or 3 episodes behind,
Right.
and that's not bad.
It's not. It's a good thing because it's just a couple of years ago, maybe even just a year ago, it was at the point where you wouldn't get an English dub of an anime for a while from the Japanese.
For about a year.
For about a year. Now it's just a few weeks.
Yeah.
It's not that long, and that's a big step in the right direction for the anime community.
Yes.
So
I wholeheartedly approve of this. They need to hurry up with Super.
yeah,
They need to step it up with Super. There are too many people who are wanting to see the English dub because it's the original voice cast.
yeah.
But Super is like episode 87, 88 now. And
Yeah.
we're just now finishing off the Battle of Gods arc.
Yeah, and what's the next one after that one? Is it jumping into Resurrection F?
I think it's going right into Resurrection F, or getting like there might be like a couple of
little
episodes
mini arc in between
that are kind of
Yeah,
filler, but not really filler.
just more like an explanation, kind of a segue.
Yeah,
Makes sense. Because, yeah, I know, like, Super is so far behind based off of its source, based off the Japanese, and it's been that way for a while. But, yeah, they do kind of need to step it up a little bit, but, I mean...
because I honestly, with me having Crunchyroll, once it was released on Crunchyroll, I started watching it, like, directly at the Future Trunks arc. I jumped in right into Goku Black, and I enjoyed it. Then when they started releasing those blocks of 10 episodes to catch it up to where they were, I would go back, I would watch through. Once I got to that point, I'd wait until the next week.
Right. So, going back to the Toonami lineup with Attack on Titan Season 2, are there any other changes to the lineup, or is it just, like, for those who aren't aware, what's it replacing?
Basically, they took out JoJo.
Okay.
Because
now.
I think didn't
JoJo finish?
JoJo finish?
JoJo
Or?
finished on the season that it was on, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So they took it out.
And they replaced it with Season 2. But everything
Season
else stays
2.
the same?
Everything's still the same. We got updates on Super, which they still keep on going.
Right.
Yeah.
The new episode tonight is going to be where
Vegeta talks to Whis
Yes.
about who he really is to Beerus.
Yes. So you have that
That would be
going on.
interesting. If you
Well-
haven't already seen that, anyway.
Kai's still going on.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The final episodes of Kai,
Then we also
which
have,
we're getting into the Boo saga there.
I'm kind of liking what Kai does. For a while, it kind of was horrible because it was like super watered down because it was.
Well,
like,
it also depends on which version of Kai you watch. Because
I know there was two versions. There was the Saturday morning. There was the Saturday morning version with Blue Popo, and
Yes.
then you had the
that was the one that they showed on the early morning WB.
Kids WB,
Yeah.
Yes.
and then there was the was it Cartoon Network version, or was it Nickelodeon that had Kai, or was it Cartoon Network that had Kai?
Nickelodeon had Kai for a long time before it went to WB, and then eventually Cartoon Network got it.
Right, because there was a version like Nickelodeon's was okay, but it was still kind of watered down because it was the kiddie version, and then WB took it, and then they changed Popo. But I like where it's at on Toonami because it's not so much of a condensed cut version; it's like an enhanced version.
Right.
Well, the way I see it, the way I've always understood Kai is it's supposed to follow the manga more faithfully in the fact that all the quote-unquote filler episodes
Aren't really there.
don't happen.
So it's basically like a fully fledged, fully licensed, produced, abridged series of Kai, of Dragon Ball Z. I mean.
Kind of, sort of.
It's what it is. It's the same voice actors, but they've kind of redubbed it and they've cut it a little bit and condensed it and took
They
some
condensed
stuff
it
out.
down a lot.
Yeah,
Instead of 20 episodes for a Kamehameha to hit Frieza.
it only takes 10.
Yes.
Exactly. But anyways, we still got Samurai Jack,
Yes,
which is amazing.
I'm loving where
It's
it's
getting
at.
good.
I'm loving where it's at.
I was like, I don't know. I was
Like my biggest gripe about this series of Samurai Jack is it's the last one, and they're
Yeah.
not gonna make more. That's what I hate about it. But at the same time, I love where it's at. Like I have no real gripes about it.
Samurai Jack
I want
is
to
amazing.
know how they're going to end it.
I think they can only go one of two ways. Jack gets back to the past, or Jack dies. There is no other way to do it because
Well,
if you leave,
we've already seen thus far you can't really kill Jack. It's been 50 years. And all that's happened is he's grown his hair out and he's grown an epic beard.
and he's going senile.
No, not anymore. He is actually himself. He's actually got control of his mind. If you've been paying attention from the last episodes, he is.
Yeah, see, like I did miss last week's episode. I will admit that. So that's probably why I didn't realize that. But for the most part, I'm caught up on it.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, Samurai Jack, the new one, airs on Saturday nights, and then you can catch a re-air of it on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And Wednesday's a really busy day for me, so that's why I missed it there too.
All right.
I missed it on Sunday night, and
But they show it twice on Wednesday.
I need to catch that second airing then.
Yes. Let's keep going down the list. Like I said, we got Samurai Jack. That's the first one that starts off on Toonami.
Right, and then you've
Second,
got Kai.
No, Super.
Super.
Super,
is next.
then Kai.
Then Kai. That's right.
Then we
Super,
got
then Kai.
Attack on Titan Season 2.
Okay.
Tokyo Ghoul is next on the line. Yes. Tokyo Ghoul is now on Toonami.
Yeah, I know it's on Toonami.
Surprising.
I'm not a fan of Tokyo Ghoul, but I can see
Yeah.
the demand for it, and I can see it's popular, so it's cool that it's on Toonami.
Yeah. Then we got Hunter x Hunter, which is really good. Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn RE0096.
Which is about finished up.
It's about finished up, but it is still an amazing series to watch.
Right.
Yeah, I've already watched that. It's wonderful.
Then we have Naruto Shippuden.
I cannot believe that's still going on.
It was still gonna keep on going on where they're at right now.
Like, dude, Shippuden and One Piece are the two animes that are never gonna end.
And last but not least
No,
is
they
Ghost in the
will
Shell.
end.
Not soon enough, though.
Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. And
That's still going on in Toonami?
well, they're showing reruns of it now, but yeah.
I'm surprised.
I think One Piece will end during my second one.
Yeah.
I think One Piece is trying to see if it'd be the longest running animation of
It's
all
it,
time.
it is trying to, but it's like I
There's some good episodes, and then there's some episodes that like just drags. I mean,
Oh,
drags, and like worse than I've seen.
like what is, just for curiosity's sake, what is the longest running anime? Because I would say it's either One Piece or Dragon Ball Z.
No, Dragon Ball Z doesn't even now count.
Doesn't even come close.
294 episodes is what Dragon Ball Z has.
So yeah, One Piece is way beyond Dragon Ball
way
Z.
beyond that.
Well, now I wonder. What if you included the entire Dragon Ball series? Not just the...
Yeah, like
It's still.
still.
It's like you take Naruto and Naruto Shippuden and combine them two together, and it's still not.
Wouldn't beat One Piece. Is One Piece currently the longest running, or is there something
One
else?
Piece is
Well,
currently the
I'm
longest.
trying to look it up and see.
Because if they are currently the longest running anime, why keep going? Why are you? Besides the money, obviously, why are you still doing it?
Okay.
Money.
I'm looking at a top 10
Money,
list, and
money,
One-
yeah,
and
yeah.
One Piece
Money,
only
money.
made number 8. Detective Conan's made number 7.
Detective Conan is longer than.
Shin-Chan is made number 6.
That makes sense because Shin-Chan and
It has
Code.
896 episodes. Jesus.
Well, that makes sense because Shin-Chan and Code Case Closed, they ended their air here before they were actually done, and there were still episodes going on in Japan.
Not only that, there was also movies and going on, and
Yeah.
the movies were
Okay.
amazing.
If I'm not mistaken, isn't Shin-Chan still going on in Japan?
I don't know.
This anime's got over 1,000.
What?
It's Chibi Makuru-chan. I'm on, and that's only number 5. I'm scrolling
Yeah,
down.
Little Miss Maruko.
I'm still scrolling
Chibi
down.
Maruko-chan. It looks weird. Well, it looks chibi. That's, I mean... Yeah, it's still going. It started in 95. It's got a 1,092 plus episodes, and each episode's about 23 minutes in length, and it started in January 8th of 95.
Yeah,
It's still
so,
going.
Like I said,
But that's
you know,
not even
like-
the longest running anime.
I know. Like I said, One Piece, but you had Sailor Moon, but Sailor Moon's not all that long compared to One Piece. That's the most
Yeah.
funniest thing. I thought that was a long episode series as well, but no.
Is that the longest one?
Yes.
The longest running
7,000.
anime.
Is Sezai
Saint Seiya.
Miss... No.
No?
Mrs. Sezai.
Saze's. Oh.
Saze, because it has 7,466 plus episodes. It started airing on October 5th of 1969, and as far as I can tell, it's still going.
There's a lot of shows that's like that. Doraemon. You know what I'm talking about? The one about the robot cat?
Doraemon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the continuation of it, and they brought it over here, and it was actually aired on Disney XD for a while.
Yeah, I've seen it airing on XD. I'm trying to see through its description if it's actually going, or if it's still going. But I mean, yeah, just the fact that it's got 7,466 episodes, that itself is it's ridiculous.
That's insane.
Like how much content? It's done in the same art style as that anime you just mentioned.
Doraemon?
Yeah, it's done in that same, relatively the same style. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same people, but I don't know. I don't have the patience to go looking through that much of it right now. But I mean, that was just for curiosity's sake alone. That
Yeah.
really didn't add to anything we're really talking about. So
We were just talking about the Toonami lineup, and that's pretty much what we're going on.
yeah,
And like I said, you can catch this every Saturday, and like Krim says, Samurai Jack can also catch back.
you can catch it on
again
Wednesday nights. And I want to be before we do move on. I want to say, just, if you do like One Piece, I don't. But if you do, more power to you. Go keep doing it. Don't think that I'm thinking you're a bad person for doing it, or that anyone is. If you like it, watch it. You know, understand people are into that kind of thing. Like, I'm into certain things that not a lot of people are into either. So it's like, whatever. I may not like it, but
we're
go
all
for it.
part of the same big, huge family here. We're anime geeks. We all love anime.
Wait, we're
Yeah.
Some
We
of
all,
us.
some of us are weirder, but we all love you unless you like Pico no Boku. Boku no Pico. That's the one. If you like that one, don't ever mention it because you will probably get frowned upon by everyone.
But you just mentioned it.
I'm just giving you a warning. I'm not saying I like it.
Anyways, let's keep on moving on. I got a review on something I watched a while back.
Cool. Is this one we're pulling out of the fridge? You know, so it's not spoiled.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Spoiler free.
this is gonna be a spoiler
Coming
free.
straight from the VHI fridge.
Yes, and this right here has got two parts to it.
Oh boy.
Yes. First, I'm going to tell you this right here. I'm big on the DC animated movies and all.
Mhm.
And they just released their latest one, which is Teen Titans, The Judas Contract. And anybody who's not a fan of or know the story of the Judas Contract, it's an amazing work by George Perez and Mark Wolfman back in the 80s of the Teen Titans series. It's the introduction of Nightwing in the comics.
Right.
And you also get more a backstory of Slade Wilson, a.k.a. Deathstroke.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about this particular animation movie, they did such an amazing job on it. Though they, kept on adding the same characters as they did from Justice League versus the Teen Titans that they did. They got that cast back. And they did such an amazing job. They got Miguel Ferreira, who passed away this year, as the voice of Slade Wilson, a.k.a. Deathstroke,
Right.
in it. And they did a really good job following along how the arc went in the Judas Contract. If anybody who knows the Teen Titans stories, to have Tara in it, and who's watched Teen Titans or read the comics, they would know that Tara does end up becoming the bad character. But they did a really good job, and she was voiced by Christina Ricci.
Really?
Yeah, Christina Ricci did her. And she was done a wonderful job as that character. And she changed. It shows that impact. The fight scenes between Nightwing and Slade was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I would definitely want to get a chance to check this animation out.
Right.
You can go to your local stores and find it. Teen Titans Judas Contract. It's on Blu-ray, DVD, and if you get the special edition, you can get a figurine with Blue Beetle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But the other thing is they actually had a little snippet in there as a special feature of the next animation movie that they're working on, Batman and Harley Quinn. And it is going to be done with the new, the animated series style of Batman in the late 90s when it was aired on WB. And they got the original cast back. Kevin Conroy is back as Batman.
Yep.
They've got the original Nightwing is back.
Yeah, for the most part, they got the original cast back, except for Harley.
Yes. And Harley, they got Melissa Ranch, who everybody knows as Bernadette from The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
She does it amazing. I heard her voice in it. Oh my gosh, she is Harley
same here.
Quinn. She is.
And I gave her crap beforehand whenever we talked about it at first because I didn't because Tara Strong did such a good job as Harley. I kind of wanted to see it translate back into the animated series, and I gave her crap. But I'm I heard her voice in it, and I heard her acting in it, and with the behind the scenes and the sneak peek in it. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I'm on board. Do it.
Well, you have the people who's done her voice. I mean, you got Tara Strong who's done her, and you have Hayden Welch, who is the original Harley Quinn, and then also Laura Bailey did the voice of Harley Quinn in the video games of the Lego Batman movies.
Mm-hmm.
Video games. So, and now you have Melissa Ranch, which she does a very great job as Harley Quinn.
I'm not gonna lie, I like her take on Harley.
And I cannot wait to get this also in my collection because it's also supposed to have another one of my favorite superhero characters in it. Swamp Thing is supposed to make another appearance into it.
Yeah, but they don't really call him Swamp Thing, from what I understand.
It's Swamp Thing.
I know it is Swamp Thing, but they don't
there's
really...
another villain in it that is like a plant man.
Oh, okay. I'm
that's
thinking
not,
of a...
Yeah.
Okay.
But Swamp Thing's supposed to also make an appearance like it did with in Justice League Dark.
Yeah, makes sense.
Great if you haven't seen that one out as well. But that's all I'm going to say. Go check them out. Get your own reviews about what you're thinking of. And if you want to see the Batman Harley Quinn just as much as I do, just give me a shout out. Let me know.
Yeah, same here. This is looking great. So just go check it out for yourself. Don't like we always say with movies and whatnot. Don't listen to the critics and don't listen to reviews. Check it out yourself and make your own opinion on it, because as multiple movies have came out recently, critics haven't been too great on them. So if you listen to that, you're probably not going to want to go see these great gems of comic book movies like Suicide Squad or even anime adaptations and Ghost in the Shell. But
Yes.
that's my take on it. So what? Jugging right along here on the show itinerary.
Yes, indeed. The most big thing of this week, I would say, would be the Crunchyroll and Funimation spring lineup.
Yeah, because, I mean, I've seen a lot of news being posted on new animes coming out, new dubs being made and coming out, and whatnot. So it's just like it's been a busy week, let alone month, for certain animes. Because, like, is there any one that you want to start talking about, or can I jump into it? Because I know which one I want to talk about. Crim.
You're welcome.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. So this one's basically the Death Note knockoff. It's called Love Tyrant, and it's a pair. I've only seen the first episode because of my continuous issue with the Japanese dubs, which have been documented. Not going into that. I've watched the first episode dubbed. I'm in love with this anime, but it's like a Death Note knockoff. I know you're up to 4.
I've watched 4 episodes on Crunchyroll.
So it's like
It's wonderful.
Oh, it is. The fridge review of it, basically, I could say right now, the first take of it that I can say is it's a parody, not just of Death Note, but of a lot of things, because you get this cute little girl who's cosplaying as a Shinigami at your door, and she's holding something called a Kiss Note, which looks exactly like the Death Note, and they do not hold punches when it comes to saying that, hey, that thing looks like a Death Note, because in the anime, they call it a Death Note. And he thinks he's about to die because his name's written in the Death Note. So it's very self-aware of what Death Note already is. But it's not done in the same art style as Death Note.
Oh, by no means.
By no means. It's completely different. But it's humorous. It's not. It doesn't take itself too seriously, I don't think.
And you just gotta love some of the characters.
Oh yeah.
I know you haven't seen them all.
Like I've seen Akane. I've seen Akane's sister. I've seen Seiji, and I've seen the Cupid. I forgot her name.
Guri.
Guri. That sounds about right. I've seen those 4, and I love Akane because she's just like she's the sweet yandere. And
she's sweet and lovable, and she's
like,
very attractive. Mm-hmm. And you know the main character's like, you know what? I love her.
Yeah,
she's a wonderful person. And then you know the names are wrote down in the Kiss Note, and then it's like all of a sudden she's like, wait a minute, who's this homewrecker? And then knives just appear out of nowhere.
Yeah, and she just goes on.
It's like, where'd these come from?
I blame you.
Yeah. I just love it whenever Akane starts hugging Seiji, and she's just like, oh, hi, Seiji, stab, 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 stab.
Yeah, I know, right? And the reason that they can't die is because they are in a relationship with Guri, who is a Cupid.
Yeah. And when you're in a relationship with a Cupid, you become a temporary Cupid, meaning you can't die unless her job's done.
Yes.
And that's where it kind of picks off, because at the end of episode 1, we're kind of getting into the whole they're starting their work with Guri, who apparently is tasked with the job of making people fall in love, but she has a yaoi fetish and she keeps putting men in relationships.
She loves boy love.
Don't forget the half sibling.
Yeah, and then putting a half sibling in the same relationship with her sister and Seiji and Guri. There's like a 4-way relationship going on now, and if it keeps this up, this isn't gonna end well. It's gonna be. It's gonna end up being like Negimo, where Negi just makes a contract with everyone at the school. So that's Love Tyrant. It's really entertaining. Funimation has it on their streaming service, so you can go and watch it. That's how me and Shroud have watched it last night.
Crunchyroll has it.
Crunchyroll does indeed have it. So
we're on episode 4 there. It's all subbed, not dubbed.
Mm-hmm. Crunchyroll is subbed. Funimation's dubbed.
Well, you can also watch the sub version also through Funimation too.
Yeah, yeah. So if you don't want to stick with just episode 1 and you can watch the Japanese dubs, do it. If you want to go, pardon me, if you want to go further, it's a wonderful anime. And then there's another one that you got me into watching too. Records of a Bastard Magical Teacher.
Yes.
There's another word that goes before records, but I can't remember it.
Akashi
Records of
a
a Bastard Magical Teacher, and this is entertaining in itself too.
It looks interesting. I'm looking at a picture right here on my tablet, and I'm like,
it does take itself seriously, but it's also humorous. And the guy isn't your cliche. He's not your cliche main character in the fact that he's not super talented, and he doesn't get himself smacked whenever he walks into a girl's locker room.
Oh, just wait. It gets good.
Oh, I know it does. I've just got to continue it. I'm in the same boat.
It gets good.
I'm in the same boat with this one as I am with Love Tyrant. I have to watch the English dubs, so I'm taking it week by week.
Yes.
I remember me and Hockey yelled "Amen" when he was in the locker room.
He walks into the girl's changing room, and instead of getting smacked, he actually stands up for himself and is like, "I will not become victim to this cliche."
Aren't I the victim for just glimpsing?
Yeah.
For that, I will burn my. That was so hard.
And of course, he does get smacked, and he does have that the nosebleed moment. But
he stand up for us people.
yeah, he stood up for the men in anime who get smacked for no reason, even though he technically did barge in on the locker room. So it's not like it was by accident.
No, don't.
But it's a good one because a lot of times, because the way they set up the ending, it looked like it was kind of hinting at maybe he does have superb powers, but he's holding back, or he just can't teach well, or whatever. Like, he plays well, but he can't practice.
You're gonna like it.
Because like at the end of episode 1, he gets his ass handed to him practically by one of the students, but it kind of
it's because
threw a curve at you.
It's because of how he believes magic should be done. Mm-hmm. They're doing the fast chanting system where it's like they say a couple words and boom.
Yeah, they condense.
Whereas
because
he's
in the magic,
trying to basically pull it all out
the
way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, because the way that the magic works in that world is the traditional, like, there's a few phrases you have to say in order for it to cast. So it's not just like you say the name of the spell and it goes, or you just insta-cast it. And the way that they figured out, it's like the newer the generations have come, they've figured out you can condense the wording into it, and you can say a couple of key phrases to grab the gist of it.
This is explained later. The wording is important. How it's worded. Mm-hmm. Like, you can word it in like 2 or 3 phrases,
right?
2 or 3 lines, and it'll cast normal. But then if you break it up and you do more lines, it'll have a different effect.
Right. Yeah. So it's interesting. It's an interesting anime to watch. So definitely go check that one out too. So we got the Records of a Bastard Magical Teacher, and then also and then of course Love Tyrant as well. But there are more that Funimation's got.
Yes, let's actually name a couple of them right here. There's, like I said, Attack on Titan Season 2. You can go there. Dragon Ball Super, its new season is there as well. Plus, My Hero Academia
Season 2 of that one is out.
Been watching that as well.
And of course, One Piece continuing again with their new season of it.
That's like a given on the schedule every time.
One I'm seeing here that looks interesting that Krim was talking about, Clockwork Planet.
I was hearing about that one too.
I'm wanting to look into that one because it's on Crunchyroll as well. Mm-hmm. A lot of these that are on Funimation are also on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, because of the new Funnyroll partnership that took place last year.
And this one also looks interesting, called The Civil Guardian.
Yeah, I've heard about that one.
I've seen that one on Crunchyroll. I haven't looked at it.
And this is one that I know very well because I was a fan of the first seasons of it. It's called Brave Witches, which is the next continuing part of Strike Witches.
Yeah. That's another one I haven't seen, but I have heard great things about it. So
I believe we have that on Funimation.
And then
I think we do.
One that I've watched that I mentioned to Hawk was Arrow Manga Sensei.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
it's an interesting one. For those who know anything, Arrow manga usually refers to like the ecchi stuff, the hentai stuff, that sort of. That is just a pen name, and it's just interesting in the story that exists within it. It's interesting. I would definitely recommend it. Go watch it, and. Let me think. What else am I watching that's good, other than the ones we've already mentioned?
I know I've finished two. I've finished 2 animes this month, and I'm working on 3 and 4. But they're good ones.
I'm working on so many animes at a time. It's like
I can't remember who got me into it, but I did end up finishing Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Okay, we've gotten Love Tyrant, the Casket Records of a Bastard Magical Teacher, Arrow Manga Sensei, My Hero Academia,
right?
Which the new one's out for that for me. Attack on Titan. Watched the new one that came out for that one this morning. I've been watching Hunter x Hunter.
A fun fact about that one, and it doesn't really. I mean, it kind of does add to the anime world, but as we know, the NFL draft just happened, and the number 1 overall draft pick is a huge anime fan and is a big fan of Hunter x Hunter. I forgot his name, but
Hunter, yeah,
Hunter x Hunter. I forgot the man's name, but just the fact that he's a fan of Hunter x Hunter and a fan of anime itself. And
there's actually more who are drafted in the NFL who are big anime fans. It's
and there are a few football players in NFL right now before drafted that were big fans. Like there's one of them, I forgot his name, but he for a while consistently posted things about Asuka Langley from Evangelion. Because he loves Evangelion, and he posted a lot about it and about her. So that's the fun fact that they're people you might not realize are anime fans are big anime fans.
Oh yeah,
prime example, WWF.
Yeah. Or WWE as it is now, but
WWE.
Because like you watch Up Down Down, Xavier Woods his wrestling name is Xavier Woods' channel. Goes watching Creed on there. He's a big anime fan. Sasha Banks is a big anime fan. Rusev, John Cena is a big anime fan. And you watch this show. Yeah, John Cena's an anime fan. And you watch this. If you watch him on the Superstar Save Point, when the more people that he gets on this show, you would realize how many of the wrestlers are actual anime fans, or how much things that they're into.
And even Xavier Woods, Austin Creed, like you're saying, he also plays Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, he does.
They did a whole thing on one of their entrances based off of Stormblood, the Red Mage and Samurai.
Yeah. And I know he's, for a while, I'm not sure if he still is now, but he was sponsored by Crunchyroll to do certain things. Like I know he's done some unboxing for stuff that Crunchyroll had done, or whatever. But anyway, the point is, anime fans are everywhere, and you would be surprised to who is into anime and where they are. But just know that you're not alone, and we're not weirdos anymore.
Yeah, it's not like
we're starting to become normal.
I know.
That's scary.
That is a scary
anime
thing.
geeks, we're becoming the cool thing now.
Yeah, we're the cool kids. Thanks, Big Bang Theory.
Like back then, we were just like, we only thought 2 people liked it. Now it's everywhere.
Yeah, we were the ones people wanted to change sides of the street to avoid.
Yeah.
And now people are like, "Hey, have you seen that one thing?"
Yes,
Yeah,
I've seen
I
all
know.
the things.
I'm looking here at the dubs and all what they're coming out with, and there's another one that really catches my attention. It's called World End. What are you doing at the end of the world? Are you busy? Will you save us? That's the name of the title.
God, that sounds like that one anime. I think it's Water Note, but like it's always like no matter how you look at it, it's your fault that I'm not popular. That's the name of the anime. That's like, why? I want to watch it though.
Well, the reason why I saw this because it had a blue-haired girl and it kind of caught my attention.
Oh, that's why.
Blue-haired girls.
That's why.
But we also, but Hawk, you and I also we got some other big anime news that came out.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm talking about.
I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about.
I think that this would be a good time right now to tell people what it is. Do you want me to say the title or not?
Yeah, because I think I know what we're talking about, but I don't want to be the weirdo that jumps into something different.
Overlord.
Yes!
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes,
So glad I got
Overlord.
you into that.
Dude, okay, like,
Yeah, I need to kind of watch
Like,
that too.
you do. It's like, okay,
I need to-
Ketch talked about it at first. He said it's a great anime, and he suggested it to me, but I kind of ignored that like an idiot, and I didn't watch it. And then, I don't know how it was brought up, but
You were sitting down, and I think we were having trouble with the PS4 or something, or you were tired. You didn't want to play video games, and I was like, "Want to watch Overwatch with me? Because I enjoyed it so
Overlord.
much. I could watch it again."
Overlord.
Did I say Overwatch?
You did.
You
Yes.
said
I have that
Overwatch.
issue too, don't worry. Like, every time I look it up
I'm
online.
sorry. It's just every time
but,
I go into
yeah,
search
so-
for it, that happens.
So like, he started watching Overlord, and the first episode alone, because I like to give anime the 2 to 4 treatment, and what I mean by that is I try to watch 2 to 4 episodes of it to see if I like it, to make an opinion on it, and if I like it, I'll keep going. But if I can't get hooked by 2 to 4 episodes, then it's probably not for me. I was hooked on episode 1, and it was like episode 1 came and went. I'm like, go to 2 now, and I'm so glad that I did.
Yes, and there's also one other person we had to thank for Overlord, for the writer who worked on the Mega version where we had him at MTech this year.
Yeah, Josh Grail.
Josh Grail.
Josh Grail does this. He did the script writing for season 1. I'm pretty sure he's going to come back for the next bit of news we're going to talk about. But I'm kind of going to do a fridge review,
Go
little
ahead.
bit of Overlord, because like it's become it quickly dethroned Beck, because Beck Mongolian Chop Squad.
That really, took an effect when I heard that. I was like, what? Beck?
Yeah, because Beck Mongolian Chop Squad has been my favorite anime for a while, like ever since I started watching it because of what Beck was. But by episode 2 or 3,
It's still your favorite music style.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's still one of my favorites, but as like all-time favorite, Overlord dethroned Beck quick. And it's like, I think what won it was whenever episode 2 came around and they finally got around to the intro. The intro to it is one of the best entrances I've seen in an anime.
And I liked your questions when we were watching it. I told you, those elves are cross-dressers. He's like, they are?
Yeah, or Aurora and Mare, they're twins, but they're both traps.
Dark elves.
They're dark elves, but they're both twins, but they're both traps, because the one that looks like a boy is actually a girl, and the one that looks like the girl is actually a boy. I love that so much. You don't see that. And then, like, the way that it's worked out, because it is a game, or it's an anime based, it's a video game anime. That's
Pretty much it's the same thing as you got like Dot Hack. It's
Yeah,
the
like
same
Dot
thing
Hack,
as you got
Sword
Sword
Art.
Art and
It's-
Log Horizon.
Yeah, it's like that. It's an anime that's supposed to take place in a video game world, but it's done to a different formula and a different style.
And this is how it's different.
Mm-hmm.
This time the game is ending. It is going offline.
Yeah, he logs in towards the end of the game, the end of the line, because he wants to be logged in when the servers go down. As a lot of people like to do when their favorite game servers are getting shut down, they want to be logged in to see the clock run out.
Same for me when
Yeah.
14 finally ends.
Oh, we know you're going to do that.
I will be there.
You'll be there, and the people, that's what they do, and that's what he did. He logged in, he went to his guild base, Nazarick, as it's called in the anime. The Tomb. And he was there when the servers shut down and hit 0, but he never got logged out.
What's the most interesting thing is before all that took place, he roamed the place. He actually looked over the accomplishments that
he
him and his
did.
guild.
He did one last lap around the tomb to just talk about what everything
going on.
was.
And played with a little bit of the NPCs for a little bit.
He
moved them
changed.
around and then it's
He
like-
changed Albedo's.
It
Yes.
sounds like he did not try. I mean, at first he started to get mad at his friends. He was like, "No, they didn't leave. Things change." He accepted that.
Yeah.
Life changes.
Yeah, and because he even mentioned that the prerequisite to getting to their guild was you have to be undead, or you can't be a human character, and you have to be a functioning member of society. That was one of the prerequisites to being involved in their guild, and
Yeah.
I like that. It's just like, look, you can play the game, be in our guild, but you can't be. You have to be a functioning member of society. You have to have a job. You have to do all this other stuff.
Exactly.
And I love that idea. But basically what happens is he logs in at the very end of the game when the servers hit 0, but instead of being logged out of the game, he's transported to a new world. And it's not a video game anymore. It becomes real. And it becomes he becomes evident pretty quick when he tries to open the menu and no menus are opening. So it's not like in Sword Art where you can open the menu but logout's not there anymore. There's no menu. Everything's becoming real. And it's pretty quick, or he realizes it relatively quickly when you can know he senses that there's smell. He can taste things. The NPC's lips are now moving when they usually didn't.
Not only that, they also have heartbeats.
Yes, that heartbeats. And there's a little bit of a struggle with him and his character because he plays an undead character, which means he's starting to kind of slowly become of the mindset of him. And he can't get too emotional, or else there's a skill of his character that will neutralize that.
Yeah.
And it's everything about it is just so neat in the way it happens. And I'm like I said, it's a fridge review, so I'm not going to spoil it for you. But
so we'll tell you, it's about like 13 episodes.
It's a short anime, but
short anime, really really good, detailed. Madhouse.
Yeah, Madhouse does
is the
it.
one who did it.
And the way that another reason why I like it is because it's not done like he's weak and he's trying to become strong to get out of the world or whatever. He's overpowered, if you will, and because he's like the highest leveled and highest ranked character in the game, which is known as Yggdrasil. So he doesn't know exactly how he ranks in the new world, so he's going at it cautiously and using his skills to figure out to what's it called?
But he won't. What the most interesting about this character when you find out from like episode 2. This is not really a spoiler. He's looking around. He says, "Wow, this is this new world." He says he wants to try to save it, or if he's not able to save it, he's going to own it.
Yeah,
in a way, and that's pretty much what his goal is to do.
So basically, to try to find his friends. If any of
he
his
wants to try to find his friends.
Game, that name will try to get them to him.
Not only that, is also he wants to see if there's other people that got stuck.
Yeah, he's trying to find not just his friends, but other players.
Yeah. And if I could just say real quick, for those who think, oh, he's too overpowered, this will get boring. If y'all like One Punch, it's sort of like that.
Definitely.
But it's different at the same time. You'll think it's overpowered, but it's better.
But here's the thing, and I'm going to tell you this for the fact. When it came to Overlord, I let my dad watch it. And anyone who knows, my dad's a big otaku.
Yeah, Papa Ketch.
Yes. And he loved Overlord. He really couldn't get into One Punch, man. He could not.
Dang.
Does that tell you anything about my dad?
Yeah.
So that goes for everyone. Give it a shot.
Yeah, definitely give Overlord a shot. I know it sounds like I'm just like begging you because I like it, which, yeah, I kind of am. But it's like, I honestly think, because I like Sword Art.
Yes.
But no offense to Ketch, I think Overlord is much, much, much better than Sword Art.
Overlord is great. I'm not going to joke with you on that. It is wonderful. The moment I found out about it was through a magazine, and I said, I'm going to give this one a shot.
It's a sleeper. It was definitely a sleeper of 2015 because there's like a few anime that came out in 15. Overlord got overlooked, to be honest.
Yes.
It never got the popularity it should have.
And the great thing about it, and this is where we can actually have the drum roll, but we're not going to bang on no tables because it will hurt. Overlord did announce a next season.
I can't wait. Dude, I cannot wait for the next season of Overlord because I know where they're going to pick up, and it's going to get good really quick.
And just if you enjoy the animation, the manga of it is amazing as well.
Definitely, because from what I've understood, the anime is amazing. The anime is great, but the manga is better. The manga has more detail into it, and you can learn more about it through the manga.
And they're not short chapters; they are really long chapters.
Yeah, because they're not even because they're not even really mangas. They're like light novels, is what they're considered. Yeah. So they're bigger.
Yes,
and they've got more to them.
And also the sale prices should tell you anything. What you say? 600,000?
Yeah, before it was 600,000 novels were sold before the anime came out, and after the first season launched, it went from 600,000 to 2 million.
If that doesn't tell you anything.
And there's also books. You can actually read the book itself, not just a manga book, but a words.
Definitely. If you see anything Overlord,
buy
it's not a video game, because there's a video game called Overlord that's not the same as the anime.
No.
Buy it. But they are making an Overlord video game.
Yes.
They have said they're doing that. So
it is getting really popular, and I'm glad to see it is.
It should have been this popular when it came out in 15, but it's becoming real popular now, and I'm so glad because, I mean, I know I just watched it this last weekend, but like just from what I've noticed, because they took a cast of characters or a cast of voice actors that aren't super well known, and it works, and it's so great. And I think the same thing kind of happened with Sword Art, if I'm not mistaken, or even like Attack on Titan. There were some good characters, there were some well-known voice actors, but some of them weren't too well known, and they still did really good. Because like the character in Overlord, Clementine, is played by Michaela Fritz. Forgot her name now. It's like Fritz or something like that. And we'll find that in just to double check on that one, so we got the right information. But basically, she plays Clementine, and I've never heard of her before, but she is super talented. And I probably should have known her from before, and I probably do. I just never realized what her name was. But she does an amazing job as the type of character Clementine is. And like she made the character believable, basically. And it's a great cast, and it's a great show. Krim, you need to watch it. You need to watch it.
Please watch it.
You're welcome. You're welcome in advance. So, but it is going to be hard. The one thing that's going to be hard about the English dub of Overlord season 2 is Krantz. Michaela Krantz, sorry for the random outburst, but that was her name that played Clementine. But the hardest thing about season 2 is going to be the gentleman that played Sebas, who is the butler for Lord Momonga, or Ainzel Gon in the anime. And the reason I say that is because he was played by a gentleman who had just recently passed away. Forgot his first name. It's Blaylock. Ed Blaylock. I'm terrible with names, and I apologize. But yeah, Ed Blaylock recently passed away, which is super sad. And he's been in a lot of other things. He's in Full Metal Alchemist, I know, too.
Yes, he is the Fuhrer.
Yeah.
King Bradley.
Oh, now I remember him.
Yeah.
I knew his voice sounded so familiar.
I know.
I couldn't put my finger on it.
So, and he played Sebas, and he was great. Like, I loved Sebas' voice. But unfortunately, and sadly, he did pass away. So, trying to find a new voice for Sebas is going to be
a little bit difficult.
It will be difficult because, like I said, that voice, it fit that character. He did such an amazing work through Funimation.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, him in Full Metal Alchemist was just amazing. Him as
yeah, and I'll happily wait for an English dub if I have to find a good successor for Sebas. I won't say a replacement, more of a successor as Sebas, because it's going to be a good character, but I'm just hoping it doesn't do to me what Ruby did, because I got like this for Ruby, and Ruby kind of just took my heart out and crushed it. Or Rooster Teeth did, not Ruby. But anyway, that's aside the point. But go check out Overlord. It's a 15 out of 10 in my book. It's great. I do not regret one bit watching it.
But like we said, make your own opinion.
Yeah. Watch it, make your own opinion. If you don't like it, that's on. If you don't like it, fair enough, because everyone's got their own different tastes, and you may not actually like Overlord, but I honestly think that people might, because it's gaining some steam, and it's gaining some traction amongst fans, and people are liking it, and more and more people are getting into it. So this is definitely one of those things I could see on Toonami.
Yeah.
After seeing the things I've seen from the new lineups of Toonami, I think Overlord would fit well on the Toonami lineup.
I think Overlord will be great on Toonami. I mean, just the atmosphere.
Let's get it to replace Tokyo Ghoul.
Yes.
Oh, especially for that intro. That intro is such a
It is. Like, the intro, I get chills every time I hear the intro just because of how well it's done and the type of song it is.
May or may not be our ringtones.
I'm not saying a damn thing. It's totally my ringtone. It's totally my ringtone.
Battle version.
Yeah.
All right. Before we go on to the gaming session, there's one other I'm going to give a review on because there's one other anime, and then basically what we got here is all gaming information. There's a movie that's coming out next month that you can own and all. I'm really recommending anyone to go check this movie out. It's called Girls in Panza, the movie. And yes, it follows just like it did with the series. And if you have not seen the series, do that before you watch the movie, because then you know what the movie's going to be based on.
Right.
In other words, if we haven't seen the series, we need to talk to Ketch.
Exactly.
Because he has it.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Let me finish up the anime I'm currently trying to finish first, and I'll get with you on that
But
one.
Girls in Panza, really good. You get a lot of interesting tank battles in it. There is a lot of tanks from World War II that's in it. There's Italian tanks, there's Russian tanks.
Is there
It's
a
like-
T-Rex?
It's like the Kantai collection just of tanks.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, it's an amazing to watch anime. I'm not going to kid you. The moment I was able to see this, I popped it in, was able to say, "This is amazing. This is absolutely brilliant."
Yeah, I've heard good reviews. Like
I wish
really
I
good
was
reviews of
able
it.
to see it in the movie theater. I would have loved to.
Oh, I know you would.
Yeah.
Tanks for days.
Tanks
Yes.
for days.
But Sentai Filmworks also came out, because that's the one who's released Girls in Panza. They also announced another little box set coming out. I would love to be able to get it, but right now,
You're getting monster boobs, right?
yes.
You are getting monster boobs.
Yes.
Sweet. Can I see them?
No.
It's because of Papa Ketch.
It's because of Papa Ketch.
Again.
Cat.
Thank you,
Well,
Papa Ketch.
anyways, the other anime that this one here, Krim, is going to get a kick out of, they're releasing the complete series of Food Wars.
Not surprised. Food porn.
Food porn. Pornhub's food anime is basically the best description I have of Food Wars. It's good. I've heard it that Food Wars is.
I've
great
watched it
anime.
all up to the end on Crunchyroll, which they had 2 seasons worth.
Yeah.
It's food porn. Well, let's just.
It's
face
so good it knocks your clothes off, which is why a common description of it is if Pornhub could make a cooking show, it would be Food Wars.
it. Yes.
Yes, but right now,
Oh my God! Taste this rice.
Right now, there is a special edition of collector's box that you can get of Food Wars, and
Does it include a knife?
it includes chopsticks and it
Oh.
includes
Well,
an apron.
I was hoping it would. Wait, it includes an apron
It
too.
comes with an apron.
I want it.
Is it his apron?
It is
His style apron?
it's a Kuma Bear Putty.
Akuma Bear.
Yeah,
Oh, that apron.
yeah.
God,
But here's the thing: the box it comes in is a bento box.
I want it.
I kid you not.
I want it.
It is really an interesting. 24 episodes on this epic culinary showdown in one collection.
It looks amazing. Go check it out.
Yes, you can check this out right now through Sentai Filmworks.
Yeah, go to Sentai Filmworks' website and look at the Food Wars collector's box.
Now, is this just season 1 or is this the complete collection?
This is season 1.
Ah. Gotcha.
Yes,
But still,
but like I said, the box it comes in, it's like a freaking bento box.
yeah, it comes in a bento box and it's got all that good stuff to it.
And if you
I
pre-order
think
it-
I know which apron it is that comes with it. And, yeah.
If you pre-order it now, you can get $5 off if you are a subscriber through their emails.
Right.
And right now, because the price is $129.99, it don't come out until August the 15th.
So roughly a month after Monster Musume comes out.
After that, yes. And another ones that they were releasing around the same time as Food Wars, Bakam is going to be released, but it is not dubbed.
Ah. So if you're a fan of that, check that out.
Yeah.
Hit that up. Get with your boy Sentai Filmworks.
Yeah, Sentai Filmworks, I mean, they're an amazing company. I'm not going to kid you
Yeah.
on that. Such
They do some wonderful, amazing stuff like Monster Boobs.
Like Monster Boobs. God bless you, Sentai.
yeah. They did that one. They also did.
Well,
another-
you know, Sentai rhymes with something else.
Yeah, that's
I
not.
don't know.
Another interesting anime that comes out next month that my little niece already told me that I need to get for her is called Himote Umar-chan. And we see many girls in cosplay of this at MTech. It's the one with the little orange
Yeah, her.
beaver-looking
Yeah,
blanket,
yeah.
hoodie. When my little niece saw that, she goes, "This is me in an anime. I want to watch this."
The character basically always has a can of Pringles and a 2 liter of Coke. She always has that
At home.
at home. Yeah,
But when she's at school, she's this perfect girl. Nothing getting in trouble. And then at home, she just puts on her hoodie, puts on her regular clothes, and just
she becomes
Pringles.
this chibi looking thing with Coke and Pringles, and she's just so damn adorable, and I want to watch it.
Yes. So my little nieces want me to get this anime for her to watch.
You better get it for her.
She probably also wants the little hoodie thing so
Oh,
that she
gosh.
can watch it while wearing that.
I want the little hoodie thing.
Watch that wearing that with Coca-Cola and a bag of shit.
I'm doing
A
it.
can of Pringles. Not a bag of chips. A can of
I
Pringles.
swear I saw a bag of chips.
It sometimes it differentiates, but she mainly has Pringles.
Yeah.
I need to see this anime.
That's her Doritos and Mountain Dew for a Diva reference, referencing the game that you're currently watching
Is
Phoenix
that a
play.
bag-
Yeah, and like I said, there's a special collector edition of it. It's $115.09 through Sentai.
So you got that
Filmworks.
version for her, right?
No, I'm not getting out of that version.
To show you true
You're a cool
love
uncle.
her.
You're not that cool.
I'm a cool uncle, yes, but I'm not going to get her that anime.
Well, if you want to make it to the cool uncle of fame, get it.
I'm not getting that.
If you want to become cool uncle, get the collector's edition of Monster Musume. Get all of it and then give it to me.
Get two.
Then you're cool catch.
Yes.
Sorry, I only got the regular edition.
Yeah, I know. I kind of figured. Anyway, so what else is
Pretty much
going
that's
on?
all we got going on right now in the anime section. I think now would be a good time to get into the video games.
sounds good.
And it looks like
Um,
Krim has already got his pen.
He got ready real quick when he heard gaming because if I'm not mistaken, there was a live letter not too long ago.
Yes, I think. Trying to remember if it was this morning or if it was yesterday morning. It was one of the two. Anyhow, it happened this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The basic gist of it, it was a Q&A talking about a lot of the newer content that's going to be coming our way in Stormblood. They didn't go into too much details because they're saving that for a later live letter,
Right.
which is going to be the May 20th. Is the next live letter. And like they showed some of the key NPCs that are going to be showing up in Stormblood. Talked about them. They talked about the new housing area and the moving system.
Right.
For anyone who doesn't know, I do have all the notes that I'm looking at right now posted on our Facebook.
Yeah. So go if go read them.
If I don't talk about something, it's because, well, let's face it, we're trying to just hit
The meat and potatoes of
meat
it
and
all.
potatoes. If you want to read it in full, go to our Facebook, look at the post I did, and you can read it in its entirety. Thanks, of course, to Marco Turn and Mr. Happy for doing the unofficial translation notes.
Yeah.
There were a lot of questions, and I honestly, going through them and looking at the answers would really take too long. I recommend go pull up the link,
Yeah.
read it for yourself.
Yeah, at our Facebook page, VHI Gaming and Anime Podcast on Facebook. Go check there, click that link, follow along, or read them for yourself so you know exactly what will happen if you're interested.
That they also released the new benchmark, And this is for, of course, the PC players, because for us PS4 players, it doesn't matter. The game is going to be made for our system. Our system will be able to handle it.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is good for us.
Definitely.
Kind of why I always like consoles, because, you don't have to worry about upgrading it so much. Though they are getting rid of the PS3 support come Stormblood.
Yeah.
If I haven't said that enough already.
So log in when the server shut down and you may get transported to Eorzea.
Not likely, because the servers aren't shutting down. It's just, you have PS3? Oh, you want to continue playing? Sucks to be you!
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, there are a lot of questions, and I'm not even going to hit on a lot of it, because it's stuff that's been hit on before.
Yeah.
There's a new Japanese drama that's coming out that has to do with 14 called Daddy of Light. And to my understanding, it's based on actual events, or somewhat actual events, between a father and son who weren't able to communicate very well earlier in the son's life, and then once the dad retired, they actually...
Sorry about that. I turned that alarm off. I don't know why it went off.
They actually started playing Final Fantasy XIV together and really connected through that, which, I think that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out because it sounds cool.
Not entirely sure how you'll do that, but we'll figure something out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then one of the things that gets announced here at the end of the translation notes, apparently during the live letter, they celebrated Yoshi P's birthday.
Oh.
Because apparently, from the time that the live letter went live, it was 2 days before his birthday or something. So they went ahead and, kind of sang happy birthday to him and whatnot, and had him a cake and wine, because, why not?
Yeah.
But yeah, so happy birthday to Yoshi P.
Happy birthday, bud.
Our favorite person in the 14 world, because he's the producer.
He is Mega God of Eorzea.
Yes. He's above Odin and Bahamut on the primal list.
Yeah. It would be awesome. Like the very last primal they ever release is Yoshi P.
Yeah. Release not only Yoshi P, but release it as his character.
Yeah.
Because he's a Lalafell.
Oh, God.
Or at least he was the last time I seen him. He was a Lalafell. So, yeah. The final boss. Lalafell.
Because why not?
Exactly. But yeah, like I said, go check out the link. Go read the questions for yourself. As much as I would love to touch on them, there's just too much stuff.
Yeah.
And look forward to the new stuff.
Definitely. Because they're going to be adding a lot of cool stuff whenever Stormblood rolls around.
Want to say it releases June 20th, and I think the pre-release or the early access is going to be June 16th. So you're going to get it like 4 days early. So
yeah.
But that's for those who have pre-ordered and have already registered their codes, which I've already done.
Of course you have.
Really looking forward to that. But yeah, I think from here we're going to transition to a from the fridge review of Persona 5. Now I'm just going to say it right now.
We're sorry, Train, that you was not able to be here for this.
Yeah, we tried waiting on you, buddy, but we know life gets in the way.
Yeah, there's that. Right now, there are 2 people at this table who have actually even remotely played any of it.
Yes.
And there's a third that wants to get it.
But there's an issue with that, and said person probably has a financial issue with that, and that's probably why said person hasn't gotten it yet. So, but that doesn't mean that said person doesn't want the game, because said person does.
Very much so.
Yes.
But yes.
And the fourth of us could give a shit less.
Yeah. I just want to point out, before we get into this fridge review, we definitely need to get a camera on Phoenix, because I'm over here watching him play Overwatch, and his facial expressions are just they're amazing. Like, I can tell whenever he's getting owned, because his facial expressions just
Like that entire last match.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. Be interesting. How we're going to do this, like, next week? No, that's going to be really interesting.
Well, the same way we always do.
Oh, boy.
We kick someone off a table and set up.
But yes, as I said, Ketch and myself
Yes.
both own Persona 5. Ketch got the better edition, but he pre-ordered early, and
Yes, I did. I got the Take My Heart, the Heart edition, which has got the CD, the steel booklet, the Morgana figurine, and the art book. And it is, and there's a school bag that's also inside there, too.
yes, he got the collector's edition.
Yes.
Yeah, he got the good stuff.
This was my very first, I'm not going to kid you or not, this was my very first buying a collector's edition video game. And it was Persona 5. The next one after that one was, of course, Sword Art, which I got Sword Art before that one because it came out sooner than Persona 5. But I was saying this was my very first collector's edition video game, and I was glad to get the Persona 5 collection.
Yeah. But
But yes, those who don't know, this is also the 20th anniversary of
20th
Persona.
anniversary of Persona.
That's why they've been pumping out DLC. Like, they've been pumping that stuff out like, whoo.
Well, let's
Like I just checked it this morning.
Mm-hmm.
I've been keeping up pretty well and getting the DLC content, the personas themselves, not the outfits. They have the outfits from just about every game. They have stuff from Shin Megami Tensei, which, for those who don't know, Persona is a spin-off from the Shin Megami Tensei
correct
series.
right.
But they have, like, all the different outfits from all the different Personas and some of the Shin Megami Tensei. And they've also been releasing DLC Personas.
Now, a lot of
And-
these DLCs, are they free or you have to pay for it?
There are some free DLCs.
Okay.
None of them are the clothes. None of the outfits are. They're like,
Personas.
the Personas themselves are $2.99.
Wow.
But you're getting 2 Personas. In other words, you're getting the original, and then you're getting a Picaro variant,
Okay.
which I like the Picaro variant because, like, a lot of times the alternate skin, something will have, like, the colors that kind of match up with the school uniform. And I just like the color.
Yeah.
I mean, it's appealing to me. I mean, essentially, it's the same persona. They get the same attacks, same skill sets at the same levels. It's just that they have a different skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the last Persona game that came out, Persona 4, that came out for the PlayStation 2, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
I want to say it came out on the PS3. And I think they even released a version for it for the PS4.
I think it may have come out on both.
If I'm not mistaken, I might be wrong.
Well, anyways, let's talk a little bit of what this game is about.
It's your typical JRPG. You have your group of protagonists. that's made up of a variety. I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail because I'm trying to keep this spoiler free as much as possible. There is also one episode of an anime that kind of tells a little bit about Persona 5 that is available on Crunchyroll. I don't know if it's available on Funimation. It may be. But essentially, the game itself, the mechanics, the way it works is... It's kind of a dungeon crawler in some aspects. You go throughout this dungeon, and you'll run into enemies. I mean, you can ambush them because these are not. They're not random encounters. Like, in other words, you don't just step somewhere and you might encounter an enemy. No, you can see where the enemies are. And you can hide from them, and you can ambush them if you are willing to wait and, time it out. But yes, the enemies you face are called shadows. And the main character is able to make contracts with these shadows and use them.
Right.
And each one of the shadows, or personas, whichever you prefer to call them, they're able to do different things depending on which one you have.
Right.
The rest of the characters in your party, aside from the main protagonist, the main character that you play as the most, they each have their own individual persona. That never changes. I think at some point they can eventually evolve their persona, because I know in previous games they have been able to.
Yeah.
But yeah, and a lot of them are famous historical figures.
Yes. Just for one little update on the PlayStation 3 did release a Persona 4 game. It was called the Arena. It wasn't actually the game of Persona 4. Persona 4's last game was on the PlayStation 2, and it was Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4. But yeah, like I said, I just started playing the game. I've gotten to the part where I finally awakened my persona, which is Arson, which is based off Lupin, the thief. And I know there's a lot of other Arsons that's based off of it. There's one of Captain Kidd that's in the game as well.
Well, you're talking personas. Yes. There's Captain Kidd, Carmen, Goemon.
Yes, Goemon. Very famous.
Let's see, who else do you get? You get Johanna. And
Well, like I said, the personas are based on people from real life and
Yes.
in history. And like I said, what I found about the game so far that is I'm enjoying. I'm loving the story. I love how it swaps from both a game form to the animation form, and still just sticks with the story. It doesn't change one bit. And it's amazing. It's absolutely beautiful. The animation is, the graphics of this game, the music. Like I said, I'm in love with this game. And my freaking cousin, little Tiny, trying to spoil the whole game for me at the beginning of MTAC. He's already freaking beat the game. He was about to beat the game the day of MTAC, of registration. And he told me, he says, come into the room and watch me beat the game. I'm like, are you nuts? I haven't started playing this game yet. I don't want no spoilers. But anyways, I would recommend anyone out there to play the Persona games. They are fun.
Anyone who loves good RPGs.
Yes.
I'd say go for it. If you're familiar with the Persona series or the Shin Megami Tensei series, check it out. Mm-hmm. It's definitely a good game. It'd be up your alley if that's your thing. What really got me into it, and this is my first Persona game ever.
Oh, same mine.
I've not played any of the others, and I talked with our good friend Sly.
And Sly plays a lot of the Persona games.
They're the month before Persona 5 released. He played Persona 1 through 4. All the way through. Like, all the way. And if that tells you anything, or, well, that probably doesn't tell you anything, but his Twitch channel is known as The Velvet Room.
Yep.
And his bot that he uses in his channel is Margaret,
Oh no.
one of the residents of the Velvet Room.
Yeah.
One of the many residents of the Velvet
But
Room.
when I saw the Velvet Room in Persona 5, I was like, oh my goodness gracious. There was Igor. And this.
Chris, is it Christina and Justine?
Mhm.
The twin wardens.
Yeah. Which, like I said, the game is interesting. I would go out and tell you to play this game. It is fun. Like I said, Train, I wish it was here so you can actually give us your feedback on the game, which I know you will. But other than that, great game. Go check it out.
Definitely.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking here because I wanted to see what all Persona 4 was on. Persona 4 Arena.
Yeah.
You've got Persona 4 Arena for the PS3 and Arena Ultimax for the PS3. And then you've got Persona 4 Golden and Dancing All Night, both for the Vita. So, yeah, you've got a lot of Persona games that are the Persona 4s.
Well, other things that we have that's going on, let's move away from the Persona. Lego Dimensions has got the new wave coming out, Wave 8, which is May the 9th. And we have one that I cannot wait for, the level pack. And it's going to be fun. It's Sloth. That's right. The Goonies. In Lego Dimensions.
Nice.
Tell me that's not going to be awesome.
That's not going to be awesome.
That's not going to be awesome?
You told me to tell you it was not going to be awesome. I told you it's not going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome.
But it's going to be awesome.
Yes. Anyone who's big on the Goonies is going to love this. And the other two fun packs that they're going to be releasing is Chase McCain from Lego City Undercover and Hermione Granger from Harry Potter. Those are the only ones that's going to be released this coming up month.
Good old Harry Potter, the Phantom that won't die. No, I take that back. That belongs to One Piece.
But anyways, we also got some other news going on. With Hawk was telling me about something today. Splatoon.
Oh yeah, I gotta quickly look at that. But yeah, this, they're in the middle of a tournament, the Splatoon finals of Splatooniness. It's, you know what Splatoon is Nintendo's answer to the multiplayer shooters like Call of Duty, except theirs aren't first person, theirs are third person. It's a fun game, and it's very cartoony and very colorful, but I love that about the game. That's about what the best part about it. But with the finals going on, as I look for more details of look for more details of the finals right now, because Nintendo just posted stuff about it on their YouTube channel not too long ago. I don't think I'm pulling up the right video. I'm not gonna play a video, obviously, but it's yeah, there's a tournament going on. That's bottom line. what's going on here. I can't get to it.
He
Pardon me.
lied. He was playing the video.
I didn't mean to. I didn't
He
mean
lied to
to.
the fans. How dare you?
This is my resignation. But yeah, there's like I said, the tournament that's going on there in the finals right now. Well, we'll bring you the winner whenever the winner comes out, whenever
Yes.
they announce the winner of it.
Yes. Also, we got another demo game that you was talking about, Dragon Quest Heroes 2.
Yeah. Here we go. I just pulled up the information. I'm gonna read the information off of the description of the video that they posted on YouTube.
Sure.
It's basically the U.S. Inkling Open Finals. It's basically in the description of the video. It said last weekend over 100 teams competed in the Splatoon U.S. Inkling Open qualifiers, an online tournament hosted by Battlefly, using the Splatoon game for the Wii U. This Saturday, April 29th, so today at 11 a.m., the top 16 teams will compete in the finals. These teams will battle in a single elimination tournament across different game modes, including Turf War, Splat Zone, Tower Control, and Rainmaker. And these are all online game modes for the ranked games that you can play as in the ranked game. The ranked mode that you can play in Splatoon. Those are the different game styles you can play. The winning team from the Splatoon US Inkling Open Challenge will be invited to a Splatoon 2 pre-release exhibition tournament at E3 in 2017. Tune in this weekend to Twitch TV/InkTV Splat at 11 a.m. to see who will be victorious and win a trip to E3. So they must have already played, but no news as to who won. But yeah, that's basically what happened and what went on. Is they had those finals, and someone's probably won by now, and they're on their way out to E3 for a Splatoon 2 exhibition, which is going to be fun to watch because, as when Splatoon 2 comes out, the more it changes, the more it's going to stay the same, in a way. So you got the core online play and the core gameplay, but there's a lot more going to be added to Splatoon 2. We'll talk about that more at a later date, but yeah. So, congratulations to the winning team, whoever that was.
That guy.
Yeah, those people.
Yeah.
But yeah, on to the demo. I didn't necessarily play this one yet. I was going to before the show, but I failed to do so. But I know Shroud did. It's the Dragon Quest 2 or Dragon Quest Heroes 2. The demo came out for it, and Dragon Quest Heroes 1 was released I didn't think too long ago.
It wasn't.
But they're already working on 2, and I'm not gonna really complain because it's basically like Dynasty Warriors or Hyrule Legends and stuff like that. It's more or less along that kind of a style.
Okay.
So if you're into those, then Dragon Quest Heroes is
Mostly kind of like a hack and slash game.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. And it's in essence, but the demo for 2 has come out, and Shroud has more of that. If I can move my mic over to him,
Can you hear me?
nobody can really know. Talk loud.
Hello.
All right.
Okay. Well, in my playthrough, I'm just gonna give this out there. I have never played a Dragon Quest game.
I played 8. It can go die.
I've never played a Dragon Quest game in my life, but I truly enjoyed this. And like Hawk said, it was basically Dynasty Warriors playthrough. And I'm a man who loves Dynasty Warriors. I don't care what people say about it. I love it. But this seemed it had more in it. The magic and everything felt a very alive and powerful once you figure out where the magic is. Because I'm going to tell you something about the demo. They tell you how to move and buttons. That's it. They don't tell you have these OP moves.
They don't tell you until after you realize you have it.
Yeah, I died a lot.
But one of the good things that I have seen of it, and I watched Shroud play it, but it's interesting as the original one is as well, to see the cast of characters that blend with each other and interact with each other. It's kind of the same with I guess with the Dynasty Warriors games, but when you with the Dynasty Warrior Gundam games, you get these wide cast of characters that are different, that are interacting with each other. And it's interesting to see that in the Dragon Quest games, because there's such a wide cast of characters that you play as, and there's a character for you, I'm sure, depending on your playing style, whatever you are, or whatever type of character you like.
There's more
They're
characters being added as well, so.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yo.
Are there any Tits McGee's?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
Her name is Jessica. She's from Dragon Quest VIII.
That's one out of.
Yes.
That's one out
She's
of.
very much a Tits McGee.
There's one out of a lot. So.
Yeah.
Anyone who
And-
doesn't know about Dragon Quest, it's done by the same guy of the great legendary Akira Toriyama.
Yes,
Who
he
created
does the
Dragon Ball.
illustrations of it. He does the artwork for it. It is published by Square Enix, so it's got a winning formula right there.
Yes.
But like I said, I've played 8. It can go die.
My thing is.
Great
I keep
game.
saying that over and over.
Great.
again.
It's a great game. Don't think it's bad. It's just long. It's hard.
I think Hawk's about to cry, guys.
It embodies everything that is an RPG.
Yeah.
Grind.
Indeed.
Yeah.
The thing that
Grind.
Speaking of games of grinding and fun and other reviews and stuff that we have, Shroud, you're the only one that can do this one.
Oh yeah, that one.
Okay. Breath of the Wild.
And hey, get closer to the table.
I'm lazy.
I know that. We are all lazy.
We've established this.
Alright, well. Breath
We're doing a
of the Wild.
podcast and not video.
Like I said, I had it for the Switch, and I'm probably going to talk a little bit about the Switch, but the Breath
No
of the Wild
spoilers.
game was.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say I beat it. All right. If you want spoilers or more in depth, look at Gerard's video.
the
where people-
completionist.
Yes, look at that. Look at the Angry Joe. But what I'm gonna say is, I truly enjoyed this. It was a Zelda game, but wasn't. It was like you still had your Link, Zelda, Ganon. We all know the story, but at the same time, like for instance, the Triforce isn't as mentioned as in as all the
Yeah,
other
it's
games.
not as
You know how-
prominent role.
Yeah, you see it at the end. I will say that, but it's not brought up. It's not. All we know is okay. Link and Zelda are the heroes to defeat Ganon, and that's it. Just this myth from 10,000 years ago. But the game ended very well. It really and the voice acting that they put in this game, I really enjoyed that. It really made me build up into this. And another thing, being able to play it anywhere, that was
Yeah.
really good. The Switch, I highly recommend the Switch because at first I thought at my age I'm not going in much places, so why would I need to take it anywhere? But guess what? Doctor's appointment, waiting for hours. Switch, waiting at work probably on some Switch anywhere. It's the greatest feeling to just, I'm in the middle of the level. Oh wait, like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I can't get over how seamless the transition is from playing it on TV to playing it on handheld.
I highly, and really, if Nintendo plays their cards right, this could be the #1 system because already it's selling almost about 2.8 million.
Last I saw was 2.7, which it's already beaten the Wii U's lifetime
Wow.
sales.
That's interesting. But also what that means too is that's what most people's going to be asked for
It
Christmas
beat-
around this
Oh,
coming
yeah.
It
next
beat
year,
day one.
especially their games.
I'm sorry, it beat day 1 sales of the Wii.
Yeah.
Of the Wii.
Yeah,
That was their
it's
best
breaking
console.
Nintendo's own records, and that's always a good thing. And with the holiday season this coming up year, it's probably only going to get higher
Yeah.
because kids are going to want the Switch, and by that time, parents are going to be more willing to buy the Switch because all the issues have been worked out. Hopefully by that time. And I mean, not that there was issues to begin with. There wasn't a whole bunch. There were some, but there wasn't a whole bunch of issues.
I'd say the biggest one was the bent thing, and that is a problem that Nintendo does need to address. I will admit that, but like Hawk says, there's not that many, and every console has it.
Yeah, every console that comes out, every console
Red Ring
and
of
game.
Death, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah, every console and game that comes out is gonna have their issues at first, so it comes with the territory.
Yeah. But we only got one more piece of news.
Oh,
Another
wow.
game that was released this week through GameStop. And this game I am excited about getting. And as much as I don't play a lot of shooting games, this one caught my attention.
Yeah,
Call of Duty World War II.
yeah. I've never been a Call of Duty fan, but I did.
Sorry, Phoenix.
I did get
Sorry,
hooked
I was
on.
busy.
I did get hooked on Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops, but that was really about it. But I mean, after hearing that they're going to World War II now, which is where a lot of fans wanted them to go last time around, but
Yeah.
they went with Advanced Warfare instead.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I'm excited at the thought of going to World War II and playing that game. Not so much for the multiplayer, because I've never been into Call of Duty for the multiplayer.
I have.
We know.
Yeah, many times.
Nazi zombies.
Nazi zombies.
Forget the zombies.
Juggernauts.
You guys tell me there's gonna be Nazi werewolves now?
Werewolves of
Oh,
London.
please no. Those are the levels I hated.
But yeah, just the story of playing in World War II, and obviously they're probably gonna be the whole find and kill Hitler kind of story, but I'm just interested to see what they do with it
Yeah.
and how they play it.
Yeah. Right now, you can do this right now. You can pre-order and get access to the private beta testing for the game. Not only if you pre-order this game, there's also you get a hat. So I saw that and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But that's limited edition to get with this
Yeah.
pre-order.
So if you want in on that, go sign up.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm not big on a lot of war games, but I showed this picture of my dad, and he was just like, that looks interesting. When are you going to get that one so I can play it? Because my dad loves World War II. That was his big thing of
Yeah.
games. And
And that's kind of an odd thing for Papa Ketch, right? I mean, he doesn't play many video games.
no, he don't. He does
And
not
and,
play.
and he wants to play a Call of Duty 2 World War II game.
Right?
Well, like I say, he loves Gross and Panzer because it involves with World War II tanks. It involves with the World War II theme in a modern world, but
Right.
it's really interesting. That's why he's
Still
always-
wanting to see them include the last T-Rex to serve his country.
Oh my god. But speaking of betas, Quake 2, is it Quake 2? Quake, the newest Quake coming out, has a closed beta you can sign up for. And you can go in and try it out and see how it is. You can go sign up at that now. I'm assuming you could sign up with Bethesda because they're the ones doing Quake. Thank you, what was it, Hanzo or Genji?
That was Genji.
Thank you, Genji, for your input.
Yeah, and putting that sword in my back.
Hey Genji, do you need healing?
No, that one.
Screw you, Shop. Screw you.
Oh, I just got an instant replay of it. That was cool. Not for you. Phoenix, not for you. Wow.
Yeah. Like I said,
But anyways, that's what we have going on for this week with the gaming session. Is there anything else anyone has going on?
Not exactly. I think we should still mention again about Ed Blaylock passing away. I know we talked about that earlier, but
Yes.
we should mention it more in depth now, because we tend to talk about our unfortunate passings at the end of our shows. I know Ed Blaylock's passed away, and that's sad. Like we said, he does Sebas and Overlord, the Fior, and
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist. Thank you. As well as many other roles he's done, and he's done a great job. at
He
everything
was
he's
a
done.
radio announcer.
Mhm.
He had a show. And like I said, it was a shame that he did pass away. He was 64 years old
Yeah.
and worked on One Piece. He worked also on Tokyo Ghoul
Mm-hmm.
and other animes as well.
Yeah.
And it is a shame that he is gone. And now, like I said, our hearts and prayers go out to his family and friends.
Definitely. It's not going to be the same without him, but
Mhm.
it's a part of life, I guess. So, I haven't heard of any other ones,
Yeah.
thankfully.
But we also want to let everyone know, like, if you do come out and see us at game night next week, come see us. We'll give you a business card of one of
Yeah.
our business cards, and we also have plenty of free bracelets too.
We'll give you a nifty little bracelet to wear. They're nice. They're all Zelda colors if you like those.
Yeah. It's green and yellow, and it says BHI Gaming and MA on the side.
And a good motto to live by on the other side.
Yes.
Which is don't logic.
Are we still going?
Yes.
Oh.
We finally got it right.
And we had to go and screw it up. Thanks, Phoenix.
Should we just cover his game
Yeah.
again?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
well,
got 3 minutes left, so you might as well.
let's go comment.
Sweet.
We're
We're gonna.
ruining our ending. We're ruining the gameplay, so we're just gonna distract you.
It's not good.
Thought we had it.
And here he goes with his cannon thing.
Trying to figure out who he is right now.
I
Is
think
it
that's Centaur.
This is right. He's Orisa, everyone's new robotic waifu. And now he's trying to take on a diva. Diva's fighting back. They're putting up a great fight. They're both two giant robotic things, and a shield goes
Wait.
up, and he freaking is an idiot and moves. But it looks like the diva is down.
Wait, does
Is it-
this
was
thing
it? I don't
even have
know.
a gender? It looks like a robot.
It's a robot, but I'm gonna call it a she because
Most
why
of the
not?
characters in Overwatch are robots.
There's a fair chance at that.
Well,
Yes.
this is a waifu. I mean, the waifu technically, you know what, whatever. You know, in this day and age,
As the
anything
day
can be
progresses,
a
it looks
waifu.
like
That
Orisa's
might
decided
be
to
a
change her
waifu.
residence from wherever she was previously to the payload now to hell
And
because
now
she's
the
dead.
Waifu is dead.
Because of Junkrat.
Everyone
Surprise,
knows.
surprise.
God bless Junkrat and his cheating bastard ways. What?
Looks like he's changing his residence again. So those are Orisa, but he's moving from his old residence to the payload, and he's hoping to make that his permanent residence as he guides it into the end zone. But will it succeed? He's fighting a tracer. Tracer's a little bit of a...
That's not a tracer.
That's not a tracer. Who is it?
It's a Widowmaker.
Oh, Widowmaker. Same thing. Just one's got one half and a sniper rifle. And down! And it dies because of guess who? The freaking Junkrat again.
God bless Junkrat. Please end his life.
You would think by now he would have decided and learned from his past mistakes as Orisa's not working for you. You need to change strategy. It looks like he has, and who is he?
Now, Hawk, you got to remember my motto: don't logic.
Yeah, total logic. He doesn't. He's one of those in the moment type of guys. And in the moment, it told him to get owned. But now he's Roadhog, and he missed the target yet again. He's still trying to put up a decent fight. He's got more health than the other characters usually do. My head hurts right now. As he jumps upon the payload, he's staying. They left the payload as he should because he's not supposed to stick on the payload. But if he was a Bastion, your ass is on the payload,
I got a
bitch.
question. What he's sucking on, is that drugs?
Maybe.
Yes.
Now
It's
remember,
it's an
kids,
assumption, but the
Don't do-
assumption is yes.
don't do drugs unless you're Warthog. Then do all the drugs.
Roadhog.
Roadhog.
If you're a Roadhog, nobody really cares. He's attacking the diva. The diva is down. Because screw you. You didn't learn the first time.
He's killing all of your waifus.
And he killed
I'll
her.
take it.
You know what? He was there. He took it.
He was there. The opponent was there. The thing kind of just went off, and he kind of just
He
died.
was there. He was quick. He just took it.
He took it to the face.
10 seconds.
8, 7, 6, 5. No. What's happening? As they head into overtime.
It's always overtime.
Seriously?
Pretty much.
Wow.
It's rapid fire. Things are going nuts right now.
Everyone is dead.
The end.
Defeated.
No, really? I couldn't tell, game.
And let's see who gets play of the game.
Junkrat?
No.
No, it's a freaking
Fucking
Genji.
Genji.
Fucking Genji.
It's-
Not just Genji. Fucking Genji.
You know why? Because he never needed healing.
See, he didn't even look at me to cut me in half.
You weren't worth his eyesight.
I just like the description. It wasn't Genji, it was fucking Genji.
But anyway,
Yeah.
that's over.
Yeah.
Don't logic, crap, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. See ya.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.